Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look again at the little cup here, the Element Cup to be exact, and we have an interesting team. I think this is a team that Wallower showcased a year ago or something. I'm not 100% sure, I didn't research it. I just remembered myself using this team during the Go Battle Day last time around when this cup was around, and this team is especially fast. This team is really about the fast move pressure. You have the confusion damage from the Shadow Slowpoke in the lead. You have the Razor Leaf damage from this little turtle here. And you have the charm damage from your Cottony in the back, which means you have a double grass team in the back while having a water type in the lead, which is supposed to be able to beat at least like some of those pesky fire types, as we're gonna counter our opponent pretty well here, destroying him the first time. How did it go? It did actually went really well. Like, I didn't expect it to go that well. Like, usually it's a little bit risky to run something like Turtwig, as Turtwig is not really the bulkiest Pokemon. And you know, in Go Battle League, mainly it's about bulk. While we got hit by a frustration there, don't ask me why, but don't run Pokemon with frustration, it's frustrating. But we got a shield here against this Ducklet as well. Like, we had a good time playing this team. Against Ducklet, we don't really have the hardest counter, and of course we always get denied when we swap in our Pokemon, which is amazing, and we get baited as well. Delicious. I'm just gonna let this move go, and it's gonna be the Aerial Ace, which you're actually gonna be able to survive and re-swap out at the same time, which kinda loses us the game, I think. As if I stayed in, I don't know actually. This is definitely an awkward spot here as my opponent gonna shield, but I do not really have anything to do here. Can try to farm down, which actually works out, but my opponent still had a Pokemon left. So we lose this match. Kinda unfortunate, but it's fine. Against Ducklet, it's actually really the worst possible matchup, but again, we have 3 Pokemon that are all doing heavy damage with the quick moves here, which means that even though Ducklet basically beats all of them, after a while, Ducklet doesn't have HP left, which is exactly what we want to see here, which we're gonna do here as well. As my opponent gonna go for the Brave Bird now, we can farm him down. We have the Switch and Advantage as my opponent goes into the Execute, which is also Shadow, which of course still gets a lot of damage there. Look how much damage the resisted Razor Leaf did there on this thing. It's kind of insane, and now the Charm can just farm basically down there. He goes for the Ancient Power, which doesn't really matter, and we see the Chinchou in the back, which one Seed Bomb gonna be able to completely destroy. So, bye-bye opponent, winning this game here pretty easily against this dude. Good start there. I'd like a really good run with this. Like, this team worked out really well. Like, I think you see basically all the games that I played like back to back. Here we see Fomantis. Fomantis is actually a really cool Pokemon. Maybe I showcased this. Maybe you already saw it showcase. I haven't, like, I don't know what I'm going to use with the Dewpider, to be honest, so we have to see there. I'm definitely going to showcase Dewpider the day prior to this video. Right now, Dewpider is not out there yet, so we have to see there. But Fomantis is going to be able to realign the Pokemon there, but I can farm down, which is fine. And, you know, like, Slowpoke with energy is always kind of amazing. We're going to go for the Psyshock there. They get the extra move through. I think I'm going to swap out here, as I know that I'm going to be able to survive it with my other Pokemon. And this swap out going to cost us a lot here, as my opponent has the Bulbasaur. And Bulbasaur is of course very good against the Cottony. If I stayed in, I would be better off. But we can farm down. He denies me because this game is still very fair and totally not broken. As we can farm down still and win the game. But yeah, like, I wish the game would work consistent someday, and that would be very cool. Against Cottony lead. Cottony lead is of course not the best lead for you. I just gonna go straight for the Psyshock and transfer the Charm onto my little turtle here. As the turtle gonna be able to, I think, farm down at this range. As my opponent goes into their little duck. And the little duck doesn't really want to face the body slam, so he is very low there. He has to throw the charge move. It's gonna be the Bubble Beam, and yeah, like, the duck here cannot really do anything, the Ducklet, as we charm them down. We have 1 shield advantage. What does he have in the back? He goes into a seal, which should be fine for us. We just have to be careful that we throw the move actually perfectly on the seal and my opponent doesn't catch, which is the only issue that I really see here, that my opponent catches the move. But at the current point, I can at least get this 1 Seed Bomb off. Hope I can get the next Seed Bomb off as well, if a lag doesn't screw me over here. But they just let it go, which is amazing for me, as we can just farm the opponent down there. They deny me again, but it doesn't matter, as we can just still farm down there and win the game. And yeah, a good game there to my opponent. Next up, we're gonna have Slowpoke against Voltorb. I was surprised, like, this Pokemon was even available, but yeah, okay, it's the half grass type. But of course I have to shield. I don't know the moveset. It has Thunderbolt. and it had Charge Beam as a quick move, which was like, okay, that's insane. I didn't really expect this too much, but right now, this team doesn't really have that good of a matchup. Like, he had already the best matchup basically in the lead with the Voltorb. It's not really a good Pokemon this cup don't run, and especially with Charge Beam. Even though Charge Beam is very similar to Bubble, by the way, it has the same energy generation, just does a little bit less damage. As my opponent goes into Vulpix, and we can go into our boy here, which can go for some nice Psyshocks, getting a shield, getting another shield, and we getting him very, very low, which is the most important thing here anyway. As we get him very low, that we swap out, they go into the Voltorb, I can farm down, and I hope that I can just win this game with my little turtle boy. As we're gonna shield up this Weather Ball, and I think they might get to another one, but they don't. Our Body Slam comes through, wins us the game, and the Turtwig comes in clutch again. Turtwig looks so funny because it's just like such a small boy, like compared to the Slowpoke here, which is like a little bit bigger. We see the worst possible lead actually for me, which is the especially the shadow version of the Chikorita. We have some answers like with the what's it called, the Cottony in the back, but like of course the lead there is not really the best. It has Body Slam, which is like very spammy. They go for the Aerial AC, which is interesting, as we can go for the Psyshock, but this doesn't look too good to be honest, as this Psyshock actually gonna KO my opponent. But they have these Chinchou in the back. I was like, maybe I still have a chance here just with my Cottony, as we're gonna swap out here. And we're just gonna let this move go, because I think one Shadow Body Slam does a little bit more damage than a resisted Thunderbolt. They swap into the Chikorita, we get the extra move through, which is amazing, as this Body Slam gonna get shielded and we can farm down in time, having the Seed Bomb ready already. But I think I can just farm all the way down. Yep, I just still gonna throw it here because it was on alignment and they're gonna throw anyway. Thunderbolt doesn't KO me, I wanted to get the one last damage on him. Can we farm down in time, or does the heat farm me down in time? But we can just barely survive there, winning us the game. Next up, this is, I think, isn't he finalist for the EUIC? I think he was, and we have a very difficult lead. As said, we don't really have the best answers for the Ducklet. Usually I just hope that they throw here and I'm just gonna swap out or something. But my opponent decides to bait me here, which helps them a lot as the Bubble Beam comes through. And they have a Fire type, and we kinda get walled here right now, especially as we cannot get to the Body Slam in time. We have to shield here to even get some shields back, and yeah, it doesn't look too good here right now. His team was kinda difficult to beat. I would expect him maybe even having another Fire type in the back. I don't know what he had, but if you watch just the video, you can definitely leave a comment. But good battles there, there's nothing I can do anymore, as this Body Slam actually gonna get me close to dying from that, I think. Yeah, like it nearly kills me. I can farm down, but we can swap out. But yeah, you see he has nearly a Brave Bird here. If he didn't bait there, it would be still fine, but he baited, which means basically this game was a loss for me no matter what. And we don't even see the last Pokemon. Good game there. Next up, we're gonna Slowpoke against the Vulpix. The Vulpix here with the Ember, which is good for us. They go into the Seal, and we still have the shield with our Turtwig, as they can get to another move, but Turtwig with energy should usually get the shield back anyway from whatever he brings in back afterwards here. And we're gonna see my opponent bringing in the Vulpix again. We can go for the Body Slam. I think Body Slam, yeah, that Body Slam definitely does more damage than the Seed Bomb, but yeah, we can just get him very low. We can let the scoop move go as well, and I think Chow might be able to win us the match at the end. We see the Super Duper Wooper here, which we can actually pretty easily handle with our Cottony, as Cottony gonna be able to survive 3 of his Body Slams, which is amazing. Like here you really need a good Cottony in terms of the stats that you have, as otherwise I think 2 would be enough, but I don't know, like here 3, or like 3 in general would be enough. He needs actually 4 Body Slams to KO me, which is important here. And we gonna be able to farm down after this one. We're actually gonna no-shit there, as we gonna keep our shield for the last Pokemon. He can farm me down still with the Wooper. But one more confusion, gonna be able to farm down my opponent, and good game there. Next up, Cottony lead. Again, you know what you're gonna do here. We just gonna stay in, go for one Psyshock, get him low enough that he is in a range where the Razor Leaf gonna do a lot of damage to him. We swap out onto the Charm, and we can just farm him down, and there is the Badoo, which is not really good for us. As we just gonna go now, his 2 shields down, into our little boy, the Slowpoke. And yes, the Badoo is of course a part poison type, but he doesn't have any poison type moves. I'm still gonna shield here because I need the health, and I know that they're most likely gonna go for the bigger move, which is the grass, not here. So yeah, we see the Slowpoke coming in, and actually our Cottony seems to work out pretty well here. So we're gonna go for the Grass Knot. I don't know if that was needed, to be honest, but we have still enough health to KO his Cottony and winning us the game there. And this is a good game to my opponent. Seed Bomb comes through, it doesn't matter, we can farm down and win this game. Next up, we're gonna have the Slowpoke against Chikorita. Chikorita, of course, not the thing that you really want to face, but we should be able here to just go into our Turtwig and get countered by a Vulpix. Amazing! What I'm trying to do here is, against a Shadow Vulpix, you're actually going to be able to realign your Pokemon. You can just farm all the way down after if you shield twice, but my opponent just decides to let go. But yeah, Razor Leaf against a Shadow Vulpix from a Shadow Turtwig would be able to win the 2-shield scenario, which is cool for you. As we're gonna go into our boy here, going for the Psyshock, we can leave our Cottony for the rest of the game. Hopefully we sweep with it. They go for the Brave Bird, which is okay for us, as we can now farm all the way down, but it's still gonna come down to the wire. Can we win this game? Can we farm my opponent all the way down? We see the Chikorita going down here. They go for another Body Slam, putting us into yellow health. Are we going to be able to charm them down before they can farm us down with a Wing Attack? We can't. We need one more turn to have an even scenario there, but good game to my opponent. Came down to the wire. We have another Cottony lead, which is horrible for us, but we can just go for one Psyshock and swap out onto the Charm again. Classic stuff here. They go into that Ducklet. Hopefully we can get to the Body Slam in time, and we can. They're actually not going to throw, they're just going to shield this and farm us down most likely. Yep. And I hope we get one confusion through, and we do. Luckily the game works as it's intended here. And they actually go for the Bubble Beam. Means that we have now 2 shields onto our Cottony against 2 of his Pokemon, and we see the Chinchou there. And this Chinchou definitely has very horrible stats, because usually Charm doesn't do that much. Like, it definitely has very bad stats here. Charm is not supposed to do that much damage against him. We see their Cottony coming in there. We can shield up this move, and we're gonna be able to win this game pretty easily now, as there's a Grass Knot gonna be able to KO this Cottony, and good game to my opponent. Next up, we're gonna have Slowpoke against the Vulpix. Finally, a decent lead against us of Forest, and we see the Slowpoke coming in there as well, as we see the damage from my Turtwig. If I was faster with a swap out there, I would have been able to farm down in time, but of course we were still stuck in the animation from the Slowpoke, which means like he had more time there, but we still can get 2-1 Body Slam there against this Vulpix, which should get us back the shield, and very nice. And we can align our Slowpoke against him again, as we're going to be able to outspam him anyway. I think we win this matchup all the time. I'm just going to try to farm down, but he actually swaps into the Chinchou. What a sad thing for him, as we have another Grass type in the back, and we're just going to farm out a little bit extra of energy there, and we can farm down. My opponent surrenders, and this is going to be a good game. Next up, we're gonna have the Slowpoke against the Cottony again. What a surprise, you see always the same teams, but it's still fine to deal with those. You see me again, going for the Psyshock, having the extra charm. That charm always comes through. You throw it at turn 16, and for 5 charms it needs 15 turns, so like they're basically always on the next charm there. It's not like sneaking through, like they're supposed to get it through all the time. And we can actually get the last chip from him. They have the Duck still left here. I'm just gonna let this go again. Do they go for the Aerial Ace? They go for the Bubble Beam, which is amazing for us, as we can do more damage against them. And we can go into our Cottony, farming him down. I think this might be a Brave Bird, so I'm just gonna shield it up. And it's gonna be the Brave Bird. Can Cottony clutch this game? We have there's 2 people here, and we see the Chinchou coming in, which is interesting. We're just gonna go straight for the Bubble Beam, but for the Seed Bomb there, but they go for the Bubble Beam before me. Oh, it's actually the Thunderbolt. That's kind of difficult now. And I think I'm maybe through this game right now. We will see, but they go for... No, we're actually still going to be able to farm down this Cottony just in time. Good game there. And now to the final game, which in my opinion was the best one. We have the hard lead loss there with the Chikorita again. You know what we're going to do. We're just going to try to catch on our little turtle boy, which works out. As we're going to be able to now go for... We farm down a little bit against the Ducklet, but we're in a really bad spot here right now. We have the Ducklet around, we still have the Chikorita around. We can go for a Psyshock most likely here. I don't think this was a hard-hitting move, and it was just a Bubble Beam, which is good for us. We can go for the Psyshock here, which should get the shield or get him like very low. and we actually KO him, which is nice. And we have now the Chikorita just against us, and like it's the Cottony against the world basically. We're gonna shield this one up. I expected maybe being the what's it called, the Chincha on the back, but it's still gonna be difficult because we're like 2 Pokemon, we have like 1 shield less than them, so we have to rely on the Charm down for the entire team. They go first for the Bubble Beam, which does make sense, but I have to call those baits right now. Like I have to call all the baits here. They go for another move. I just say it's another bait, and it was another bait. If they went for Thunderbolt there, this game was over, but we can now farm all the way down. We have to shield the last move here, as we're gonna be able to actually still win this game here at the end, farming down everything. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video. This is a very nice team to get your battles done fast, and have a great rest of your day. Bye!